Well, hello everybody. It's Real Honesty with John Ritland. I'm John Ritland. I know Raw Baltimore. Why? Why were you here? I mean, seriously, I know football started. I know Dancing with the Stars, I think their stars, has started. So yeah, okay, WWE may kind of ease back. This is what
Sunday was the first big day of football. Backlash was a great pay-per-view.
Backlash was a tremendous pay-per-view.
So football is not an excuse for them. They already proved they could put on a great pay-per-view
against football. True. And now they do this. Now, look, to be fair, was the talent could have been a little jet lag. I believe they did a tour of Manila and other areas.
They were in, like, UK, apparently.
Was it the UK? I don't remember.
That's where, apparently, Sheamus lost.
Yes, that's right. Shout out to that Big Bird 432. He was there. Chris, I know you enjoyed that. So anyway, Raw Baltimore. We're just going to go through stuff quickly. First off, Vince McMahon apparently sustained an injury while training. He's going to require surgery. Vince, you're 71 years old. For God's sake, stop. You're in great shape for a 71-year-old guy. We don't want you to die.
Maintain, do not improve at this point.
I mean, you just described the WWE product for the next 3 months.
Well, unfortunate.
They did not
probably
improve.
True.
Yes, and I don't think they maintained it either. But Vince, don't die, please. Foley, I love Foley. Mick Foley's a legend. He was stumbling over his lines. It did not help that Charlotte could not cut a promo. Dana's problem is they brought her up way too soon.
Yeah, That's really her. Not ready.
No, she was not ready at all. But Dana, I mean, I guess they're trying for a face turn with Dana. I'm not sure what they're doing here because they've teased it so many times where like Dana got fired and then obviously attacked Sasha later, on that Raw.
And then she was back.
And then they teased more attention and whatever. So I don't know what's going on. But Bayley did not have a strong promo either. Neither did Sasha. No one had any good material. The sad thing is a Charlotte Bayley Sasha match could work.
Yeah, I mean they're all really talented, really good at cutting promos.
Charlotte not so much. She can be if
she's given the correct line.
This is true, and I mean not having Paige refer to her dead brother like she did last year. That was not good. That was not good at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was not a good opening segment. And then you got Bayley versus Dana versus Sasha, which was fine. It was fine. It was probably it was close to the match of the night because this masked Dana's weaknesses. Dana is not a terrible wrestler. She's not a great wrestler though. With the right people, she can look better.
Yes.
People need to stop the Miss Piggy jokes though, because I'm like, Dana's not bad. I'm not attracted to Dana. I haven't suffered enough concussions for that. I need to suffer about 5 more. And sorry if you find Dana attractive, I just don't. But she's not like Miss Piggy. We're going back to the whole Piggy James thing. If you don't know what that is, YouTube it and you'll hate yourself and hate me for it. But was it a bad match? No. It was well done, except Sasha and Bayley both had their shoulders to the mat on that roll-up.
Yeah.
So yet Sasha's announced the winner. So I guess Sasha versus Charlotte. I guess. Maybe they refer to the footage later. It was a fine match. It was fine. Except for the fluky finish. I didn't understand it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it was one of the better matches of the night.
It was probably about the second best match of the night, actually. Maybe the main event might be up there. But Shining Stars, timeshares. I mean, really.
They're con men!
I mean, Puerto Rican con men. I mean, because Vince loves racism. I mean, really.
This is bad.
This is really bad. I mean, look, Primo and Epico are talented enough wrestlers. They're out of being, the mask with Los Matadors. God, that was horrible too. But they have no idea what they're doing. They had vignettes for months, wrestled, back to vignettes for a couple months, and then they're beating Enzo and Cass all of a sudden, which we will get to in a bit. But why were Golden Truth on TV? I don't like them. I don't like them.
I don't hate just R-Truth?
Anyway? No, Goldust came in at the end.
Oh, I missed that part. But apparently he was just there to be a joke?
Yes, be aggressive. It's hard to believe R-Truth is like 44, 45.
He actually does look really good for his age.
He does. No, he's in really good shape. The problem is his character isn't interesting.
Yeah, I think if they gave him a better character, he might do well.
I mean, agreed. I mean, he was great as a heel. I need to show you some of his heel stuff sometime. That'd be cool. Only I can believe in Bo. I like what they're doing with Bo Dallas here. That is one positive from this. He's beat up a jobber. He's more focused. I hope that they go somewhere with this and not just drop it after the election thing because he got the election sign.
Yeah.
They have something going here. Bo is talented enough. I guess he just needed to be drunk and sing Lion King tunes at an airport.
Apparently.
And now he's back.
His name was in the news. That's good enough.
That was great.
So, if they do drop out for the election, that's still a good 5 months that they have.
Actually, the election's in like 2 months, Kyle. No, seriously. It's in November.
Jeez.
I know. We are so screwed when somebody gets elected. We are so screwed when somebody gets elected. But Bo, I like what... Let's go. Let's stay positive. I like what they're doing with Bo here.
Yeah.
More squash matches. This is good stuff. And Bo could challenge for the U.S. title. Give the U.S. title to somebody. If you give it to Reigns at some point, have Bo beat him for it.
That would be okay.
I'd be fine with it. I mean, have him beat him for it at Survivor Series. Even though I want Rusev to have the title longer, I think it's pretty obvious that Reigns is going to win the title at Clash of Champions because we can't have nice things. Highlight reel with Zayn. It was horrible. It was bad. It was bad. Zayn versus Jericho. Zayn is fine on the mic. Jericho's fine on the mic. I mean, Jericho's a master on the mic.
Yes.
But he didn't have much to work with. Zayn is okay on the mic. Fine to a point with the right material. But
Zayn is definitely more of an in-ring guy.
He is much more of an in-ring guy. But give it a chance. He can cut a pretty good promo because he's passionate about what he does.
Yes.
But Codebreaker, of course we know we're getting a feud here.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Which is a weird kind of pass on from the Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I know. It's like they don't know what to do with Zayn. You have this guy with all the talent in the world. You have no idea what to do with him.
Make him the next John Cena. Why not?
Then we won't be able to see him. Then he will be El Generico, and it'll be bad. No, that was him in a mask. That was Sami Zayn's character in a mask. It was great.
Amazing.
No, it was great.
Actually, I think this sounds amazing.
It was. I gotta show you some of his Ring of Honor stuff. I saw a little bit of it. But the highlight reel, I mean, it went on too long. Cut at least 3 minutes off of this stuff. I don't care if you got 3 hours worth of Raw. Cut this shit. We need wrestling. And yeah, I'm gonna swear a little bit on my review here and there. YouTube's got a problem with it. Demonetize. I don't care.
Do more of the stupid chicken thing where they have the wrestlers or just have wrestlers in the ads.
You mean with Miz and Ziggler?
Yeah.
The puffer chicken.
It was vaguely more entertaining than most of their ads.
I mean, this is true. I mean, at least they were using their actual talent.
Yeah,
so
why not?
Cesaro versus Sheamus. We're getting 2 more of these matches. It was the same as their other matches. Cesaro won. Probably gonna have he'll get back to where it's 3-3, and then Sheamus will probably win the 7th one.
Yeah.
Rumors are Cesaro may not be re-signing with WWE. I don't know if it's true. If it's true, I can't blame the guy, honestly. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so okay, we're gonna get Jericho versus Zayn at the Clash. Fine. Cesaro wins 3-2. It was a match. It existed. Same. Agreed.
Yeah, I mean his first win came from a house show in England, which made no sense.
All due respect to England. I mean, England, you're awesome. The UK, you're awesome. But
yeah,
it seems kind of weird that Cesaro.
Why a house show?
Yeah, Cesaro. Like they probably should have had it where Cesaro was maybe down 2-1, and then this evened it. And then he takes a 3-2 advantage, and Sheamus gets a win because it's pretty obvious where this is going to go. You can only book a best of 7 series so well when you make it obvious
by 3.
Right, you make it obvious where it's going to go if it's going to be a best of 7 series. But it was fine, but I don't have any desire to see 2 more of these matches.
So this is to be one of the big matches at Clash of Champions.
Probably. You were saying that. I mean, it's like probably next week they'll have that. And they could very well not have it next week. They could very well just have the 6th match there. But it would make sense to blow it off at Clash of Champions. So Nia versus Alicia. Really, the barricade spot was the only part. That was really, I mean, you know, Nia did treat Alicia like the Willow Smith video where she whipped her hair back and forth. I hate that song. But you know what? It fit. And now Alicia's not exactly, Alicia's pretty tall. And Nia's just whipping her. I mean, whipping her. I mean, it was just crazy. It was bad. I mean, watching Alicia get whipped in Baltimore, that was probably not the best, way to put it. But, yeah, send all your hate to me. My Twitter link will be in the description. The barricade spot was cool, though. Made Nia look like a monster. We're going to get a rematch at Clash of Champions. Or Alicia's being written out of the story. I'm not sure. It seemed odd that they would blow this spot already.
And she's, like, it was a squash.
Total squash. Granted, it was a no contest. Alicia couldn't continue. But still, I'm like, wouldn't you have done a spot like that at Clash of Champions? I mean, whatever. New Day, look. Did Big E say Cleveland? I think he said Cleveland. He might have not. I think he said Cleveland. Your geography's a little off, Big E. enough of this New Day, Gallows and Anderson feud. Gallows and Anderson did less comedy. They came out and beat Kofi and Xavier. That's fine. This feud has jumped the shark. New Day is, and I love New Day. New Day's product is starting to get stale.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that they aren't funny. It's not that they aren't passionate about what they're doing, but you can only keep the same shtick going for so long.
380 something days into their reign.
It is at least that. I think it's a little more.
They said 380 something.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, you were paying more attention than I was.
That's like from the reigns, like they were around before that, so they're a couple of years in now.
Yeah,
it's,
they are. I mean, it's like, look,
they've added some stuff, but there's not a lot.
No, they debuted on Black Friday in 2014. I'm not kidding.
I remember this.
Black Friday.
It's like a choir.
It's a choir. Yeah, the choir stuff. They did not know what to do with New Day at first, and then they turned him heel, and it worked, and then they turned him back to babyface. They let the crowd turn him babyface, and that was proper.
And it worked.
It did work. It worked really well.
I think it's really getting to the time where they should just do something else.
The thing is, though, is I fear if Gallows and Anderson do not win the titles here at Clash of Champions. New Day, they keep bringing up Demolition's long title reign, which I figured it out. It would take place just before or just after TLC in December. They may have New Day break it. Because Demolition, the members of Demolition are part of that 53 wrestler lawsuit, concussion lawsuit. Vince may say, okay, your title reign's going off the record book.
Yeah, that actually does sound like something that might happen.
And if they weren't bringing it up on commentary, I wouldn't even say anything. But they're bringing it up on commentary. That's why they're going to... I have no issue with it.
It's not a stretch based on some of the stuff that the company's done in the past to be spiteful.
How they... made suddenly Nikki beat AJ's record of being the longest reigning Divas champion like that.
Yeah.
And not being booked well. Now, not knocking Nikki Bella. They could have put anybody there and it would have been bad. But, yeah, being spiteful just because somebody leaves the company.
Yeah.
Though Vince has a reason to be upset at these guys. You want to sue me after, I've offered to take care of you. And WWE has offered to pay for rehab and other stuff like that.
Okay, well.
And, which I don't know. These wrestlers are in rehab. But whatever. Anyway,
we don't know the specifics.
No, we don't, and I don't really care, honestly. A lot of these wrestlers are pieces of shit for doing it, especially Jimmy Snuka. And yeah, I'm swearing again. Carl Anderson and Gallows, they have not been used well at all since debut. They had a fine debut when they beat up the Usos, and then they lost soon after, and I'm like, you have these two guys that are really good, and I'm not saying they need to win every single match.
Because nobody does, except for John Cena.
To be fair, though, Cena has put over a lot more people than we give him credit for.
More
than I give him credit for, but...
it's true. It's just... But it does seem like an oddly disproportionate amount of people are buried.
It does. There's a long list. I think Hogan's buried more. But... and that's not just, the racist terms that he tried to hide. But Jinder's theme... That may be the worst theme I've ever heard. It's like Arab music mixed with rap.
And even without that, it's kind of depressing.
It's depressing, and I have nothing against it. I've seen some Bollywood movies, and I have nothing against it. I'm not saying he's Indian, but I have nothing against that. Maybe he is Indian. It's just bad.
They're kind of modeling his character after Gandhi almost.
Yeah.
A man who came in peace.
Yeah. He's spreading his Middle East peace around.
So I don't know what they're doing with him because he's...
How are we supposed to boo him if he's going to be a peaceful guy, though?
But then he's wrestling, which is not peaceful.
This is true, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't care about his character either.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
The music didn't fit with the supposed character.
Yeah. And then he faced Swagger, and that was a match that was Superstars ready. Why was that on Raw? I guess they said, fine, you don't want Titus versus Darren, we're going to give you this. I'll take this over Titus versus Darren.
Yeah, it's something different.
It was different. And they alluded to Swagger's Raw contract expiring. I don't know if this means he's going to go to SmackDown, or I don't know if this means it's his WWE contract. I have no idea. I would not be surprised if Swagger leaves.
Yeah, I can see it going either way.
He could go to Japan. He'd be a pretty good worker in Japan. They love They love strength over there. They do appreciate good wrestling. Swagger is not a good promo guy. He is a damn good wrestler, though.
Yeah, they don't care as much about the talk.
Well, they like charisma, and if you put him with the right mouthpiece, he could be fine.
Yeah, I mean, that could work.
But I don't know. It's like Swagger has not been interesting for a number of years.
Unfortunately.
And that's sad, given his talent. But he's kind of shot himself in the foot with a weed bust right before he's going to win the world title at WrestleMania 29. Yeah, that was not good. Epico versus Enzo. Why did Epico get a win over Enzo? Are they trying to now? Here's my question:
3 matches in the last 2 weeks. They win.
They win 2.
I don't understand. They're trying to do something, but
are they trying? Are they trying to make Shining Stars credible to have Enzo and Cass win in Clash of Champions? You think about Enzo and Cass just a couple months ago were working with John Cena at Battleground, and now they're jobbing to the Shining Stars.
2 or 3 weeks ago, Big Cass was in the Royal Rumble for
the Fatal 4-Way main event.
Yeah,
the Fatal 4-Way main event.
It's like
Enzo was talking him up.
More credibility at this point.
They don't need to have their credibility shot like this.
That too. I mean, it's like, are you honestly saying that Shining Stars are being put at the same level as the others in that match?
I mean, no.
Kevin Owens?
No. God, no.
Because that's effectively what you're saying.
It is. I mean, it's like, to be fair, though, they did not pin Cass. Cass was not. Enzo can take losses, I guess, because Enzo's kind of the scrappy guy that's on a ton of more E than, Studio 54 ever was. But, yeah, I agree. I don't understand what they're doing.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't.
I mean, I kind of want to see where it ends up, but in the end, it's like, if the Shining Stars get the win at Clash of Champions, it's like, what is going on?
What are we going to do? It's like Shining Stars don't deserve to be in the tag title picture. At least right now, they need a rebuilding process of at least 6 months.
Yeah.
And
Enzo and Cass, I could absolutely see going after the tag titles.
I would have them win the tag titles with the Royal Rumble.
That would be great.
That would be fine with me. So, Reigns and Owens. First off, Owens had a stupidly good promo against Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
And my God, where he was just redesign, rebuild, replaced. Oh, that was a solid Montreal French Canadian line. That was great. No, that was really good. Reigns and Owens had a good match.
Yes.
Owens is a great heel. Reigns. Here's the problem. Reigns. They tried to change Reigns' look and they haven't changed it enough. He's still coming out to Shield-like music. Yeah. He still has Shield-like gear. Little tweak.
T-shirt with pieces glued on.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we can't have them with the vest anymore, so let's just give him a shirt that looks like a vest. Put him in a damn tank top. Just have that.
But then he'll look like Dean Ambrose.
No. Dean Ambrose has charisma. Reigns does not have charisma. I mean, no, it's fine, but Rollins was not supposed to attack Owens, and he did. So Foley gets upset.
Now there's major repercussions.
Yeah, he's like yelling at him, like scolding a child. You won't let your dick pics get out on the internet, young man. Whoops. Yeah, about that, Foley. But, okay, so we get a second chance. And, another good part where Owens is just healing up and throwing Reigns into the stairs. And I'm like, oh, crap. Reigns, I'm like, please have Rusev come back and save him. I'm like, oh, crap, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Reigns is going to win. Rusev, thank you. Thank you, Rusev. Oh, my God. Rusev, you're awesome. Thank you so much for saving us. Yeah. Oh, man. Thank you for coming back from your honeymoon and banging your hot wife. Just, my God. Thank you. Unfortunately, this will mean Rusev will lose the title at Clash of Champions.
Unfortunately, there's a good chance of that.
He's had the title for a good while. I would have him hold it till at least Survivor Series. We can't have nice things, though.
No.
So, what was Raw Baltimore? It existed. It was a D show.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing got accomplished. Nothing.
It existed, and people said things, and they wrestled, but nothing happened.
Nothing happened. None of the match, barely any of the matches meant anything. I could upgrade a bit to a C- only because of Owens, Reigns, and the women. But the problem is I didn't care about any of the other matches. I like what they're doing with Bo, and I like a couple other things. Yeah. But it was between a D+ and a C- show. It wasn't any good.
Just for the women's match, I give it a D+. The actual main event, it was well wrestled, but there was no energy.
Yeah, there was no. It did not help. I saw pictures that some people tweet out, where I guess the entire top area of the ring side of the hard camera, where the camera's shooting out, that entire upper deck area behind the camera was taped off. So I guess they couldn't sell at the arena. To be fair, though, and I mean, people can say about WWE, oh, WWE products down, this kind of stuff, whatever. Baltimore's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had a lot of issues, so maybe they weren't. Maybe there's just not enough money to go around. Maybe enough people just weren't able to go. Maybe enough people didn't want to. Who knows? That's politics. We're not discussing that. Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? If you do not agree with my takes or his take, then kindly leave the comments, like, comment, and subscribe. Or follow me on Twitter at the link in the description. Follow him on Twitter at the link in the description. Maybe he'll respond here and there. Why not?
It's possible.
Yes, this is Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin, and we'll see you at some point as he laughs maniacally.